Hey there, Webster City Middle School.
Today is October 13th, 2010.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Christopher.
Christopher, do you remember learning about Christopher Columbus?
He has the same first name as me. How could I forget?
Oh, well, I don't remember learning about him, so good thing Elena is here to refresh my memory.
Hey, I'm Tyler. Do you like flying airplanes? Well, if you do, the fifth graders are doing just that. For this unit, we are studying the flight of airplanes. We have built planes that fly 4 feet using straws, paper, rubber bands, and fishing line. Here's an example of a plane. So far, we have found how many times the propeller has to spin for the plane to reach a certain spot. We have already taken the test about how a plane flies and about all the parts of a plane. We have all had a lot of fun working with the airplanes, and we can't wait to see what's next. Before we go, let's take an example of a plane. This has been Tyler. Now to Elena.
Hi, my name is Elena. Have you ever heard the saying, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue? Well, this week we have celebrated Columbus Day. And in 5th grade social studies, we are learning about Columbus and other explorers like John Cabot, Juan Ponce de Leon, Cortez, and Cartier. We've been using this matrix to know about who they were. Did you know that America was named after Amerigo Vespucci, a Spanish conquistador? Columbus thought he could sail west to go east. He was wanting to find a fast route to Asia. Now, ever since he discovered America, we celebrate him in October. So happy Columbus Day. Now to the anchors.
So, Sarah, did you notice the 6th graders came back a little dusty the other day?
Dusty?
Yeah, I was wondering why.
Maybe they went on a field trip.
Dusty? A field trip? 6th grade?
Rockford!
Hey, it's Ashley here reporting on the awesome fossil dig in Rockford, Iowa. The 6th grade classes of Mrs. Peters, Mr. Lyons, and Mrs. Bailey went on Wednesday, October 6th. Mr. Bussin and Mrs. Turpin will go on Wednesday, October 13th. It was so exciting to be able to find a place to sit and look near you for fossils.
Wow, I found this cool piece of colony coral.
The whole purpose of going to the Fossil and Prairie Center was to find out that Iowa was once covered by a shallow sea. Some fossils possible to find were colony coral, parts of coral bits of marine invertebrates, brachiopod, and etc. Here are some examples. These fossils were held in containers, and we use some kind of utensils such as spoons and forks for small uses of digging. My favorite part was when I found a piece of colony coral. Well, gotta go, so here's Josie with art.
Hi, it's Josie here to tell you all about the arc technique that we are learning about in Miss Jorgensen's class. So far, we have been learning about Georgia O'Keeffe and her extreme enlarging technique that she has used in many of her paintings, such as these. We are also learning about the skills to do several different activities with our brushes, such as salting, glazing with rubber cement, and just a wet brush. I like dropping on and splatter the best. Well, see you next week. Now back to the anchors.
That makes sense.
I remember the cool fossils we found when we went.
Yeah, I still have my fossils somewhere.
Well, while you're trying to remember where you put them, I'm heading to the media center to check it out.
Hello, pupils of WCMS. My name is Mariah, and here in my hands I hold Freak the Mighty. Freak the Mighty is written by Rodman Philbrick. The book starts out with a flashback to preschool with Kicker, birth name Maxwell Kane. Then, about 9 years later, Max is on summer break and living with his grandparents, Grim and Graham. Down the street, a new family is moving into the empty duplex. Kevin, a kid Max realizes is the same kid who called himself a robot in preschool, has Morquio syndrome, so he has to walk with crutches. Throughout the summer and part of school, Max and Freak, or Kevin if you like formal names, are busy running around town slaying dragons and helping fair maidens. Saving a woman's purse from the sewer and running from bullies with Freak riding high on Max's shoulders. Then, on a cold night in December, Max's dad, Killer Kane, comes back to claim what's his. Max. What's Max's fate? Does Freak come to save him? Does something happen to Freak? Those questions I cannot answer. If you really want to know, you'll just have to read the book or watch the movie The Mighty. While I read this awesome book, I recommend you go see Christopher to see what he has to say.
Hi, this is Chris with another Rockin' Report from the 7th grade. Middle school students sold $30,000 worth of magazines in our annual magazine sales. Our school keeps $9,000 of it for extra things like field trips, special events, books, and other things. On September 30th, all of the classes went to the commons and the multi-purpose room to do lots of fun games for the magazine sales. We had the choice of 3 different games. First, there was the basketball shoot where you could get $10 for a free throw or $50 for a half-court shot. The second choice was the cash box where you had to grab cash that a fan blew all over the place.
3, 2, 1.
It was wild. Last but not least, there was a game where you had to dash to get as many prizes as possible before the other people. There were even prizes on the basketball hoop. To get into these games, you had to sell 5 magazines for each event you participated in. In the afternoon, the classes got together and played a game of Deal or No Deal, with cases ranging from $50 to only a penny. For a class to get into this, they had to sell the goal amount of money. If you sold enough magazines, you got to ride into a limo and go to McDonald's for lunch. At the end of the day, everyone who sold at least 5 magazines got to go to a bingo ice cream party where people played bingo for prizes and everyone got ice cream sandwiches. The whole day was awesome reward for helping our school raise money. Now here's the anchors.
Hey Chris, while I was looking around in the media center, I saw a bunch of magazines that reminded me of magazine sales.
Oh yeah, some of my friends go crazy when it comes to those prizes you can win.
Yeah, I had lots of fun in Cash Olympics.
Yeah, well, I had fun last Friday at the parade.
Well, since we marched in the band, of course you did.
Avery has the info on all the fun of band. Here he is.
Hey, Avery here. Last Friday there was a homecoming parade before the big game. If you watched the parade, then you probably saw our very own middle school marching band. The parade is composed of 7th and 8th grade bands who played a traditional African marching song. The 7th and 8th grade football teams also marched in the parade. And the 5th and 6th grade did too. Now wasn't that great? I hope you 6th and 7th graders do good next year. Now on to Noah.
Thank you, Avery. And you kids know what class is about finance? Project business. I, Noah, have been learning about the economy. In our first unit, we had learned about the different economic systems: capitalism, socialism, and communism. As we should know, the economy is the way people use money and how it cycles around. Sometimes we have guest speakers who teach us about what we are learning. One taught us about insurance, which is a policy that ensures that if something bad happens, that we can get back to the right path. When we make a budget, such as a monthly budget, we try to manage our money and don't spend too much or not enough. Finally, this class has been learning to write checks, deposits, and how to use credit, and to put that in a budget. Yet in life, there's still more to learn about. Now I should get back to work. Here are the anchors.
Now we have some business of our own.
Yeah, especially since it's time to wrap things up.
Don't forget about the 2-hour early out tomorrow, Thursday, October 14th, because of conferences, which are from 2 to 7:30.
And no school Friday.
And Monday, the 18th, is 8th grade volleyball at home.
And the 19th, 7th and 8th grade both have football at home. This has been Christopher.
And Sarah as your anchors for this week. See you next time
From the middle. Chris, so Sarah, do you... I said her name.